even needed, you could show us an example of like using the straps and those buckles.
Sure.
That's always one
Oh
thing
yeah,
that
the buckles for packaging up.
yeah. So we can just put one around the casket here. So we use this when we're packaging a full casket versus just like one of our all-in-one wooden shippers. So these will go over top of the cardboard material and into the wooden base. And then we usually put tamper tape over top of this because that's a very foolproof way of making sure that nobody's going to get into it. Because these little buckles can be tricky. I think our boss has disintegrated over the years, so she used to have the instructions as to how to fasten.
So you have two buckles, and so what you'll end up doing is you take one end from one and you just double it back on itself, and then this will go into the hoop, and then the one that is facing you is where it gets looped around and under. So now what you've done is you've created a loop to come through. Then you do the exact same on the other side. The folded over loop goes through. This part just doubles up and slips over the little pin. Now you have your two pieces on top that are both coming back towards you. One will stay and one will pull. So then that will always just tighten up and it will stay on itself.
So easy until you try and do it.
Can you get it one more time?
Sure.
Maybe even for the video's sake here, so I can
See if we can undo it.
edit just this portion to have it on there for.
So you take the strap, you fold it back on itself. So now you have the blunt end of the loop. Then that goes into the center hole. And then this part that you're having gets looped back up and over that pin so that it now can pull down snug on there. And it's the exact same on the other side, and it's the one, like you see one pin is underneath, so that's going to have friction holding it. This pin will roll around, so when you pull, this one will tighten up and keep getting more and more pressure.
And so it could go either way. Like it doesn't have to be this way.
No,
It could
exactly.
be this way, and then it would just be reversed. This side would be pulling from over here, and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. It's just always come through the hoop, loop it back around, take that loop, and then stick the end that you've created over top of the pin, and then you'll have it so it sits on.
And then you just trim these after it's tight. And as mentioned, you can put the ACR tape right over top of the strap itself.
Do we have to wear the necklaces that Alex made with our name?
It
You
is.
don't have to wear it on your neck, you have to bring it to you.
But I need one that actually has my name.
I think I did get a new one printed for you. I have yours. So I keep all of them at my desk, so whenever you're going, like usually I'll get all the paperwork set up for you and I'll put your badge here so that you can take it, bring it back.
Do we do that strap at the pennant and foot ends, or is?
When we're doing a casket, we do it through the two ends, and then we do one from the end over the whole top.
And if we have a ship out and Brittany is away in Mexico, do we go to Alex or anybody else?
Alex, Andrew,
For the paperwork side of things?
Yeah, anyone who knows how, it's okay to get all of the paperwork from anyone who knows how to do the paperwork.
There's also a really good slideshow or PowerPoint that was put together.
Yeah.
So when I know I haven't done it for a while and I feel a little rusty, I go and reference that, and it really step by step walks you through exactly what you need to do, paperwork and packaging. So
So that slideshow needs to be updated slightly to have Brittany as the point of contact instead of Rob.
What needs to be updated?
The point of contact says that you're.
But where?
on the PowerPoint,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the initial one that Alex made, I think from 2017, so yeah, it's a little bit dated, but general information.
Otherwise,
oh,
it's
it's
great.
even before. It's before that. We got Glenn Krislak is in it, and
Yeah, it's the one that was my first job David gave me when I arrived here in 2016. Was the getting it approved for Transport Canada. I have that
I have this
PowerPoint.
big thick book, and I just said, I I really don't want this.
Be someone else.
And there's on the front cover that you have to kind of look up on the airport, so you have to know what YVR is, point of leaving, and then if you do several stops, because it's going all the way to Italy, you actually need to know the different stops along the way as far as which airport it goes. So, you know, there to Vancouver, to Toronto, to Frankfurt, to Rome.
Getting the paperwork together is a lot of just repetition, so every time we have one,